The fact that soldiers met at the military demarcation line is seen as not only dangerous, but as a source of conflict.
승진 축하한다. 고전 애덕에 살아서 이 병장 계급장도 달아보는 거 아니겠어?
지뢰 밟아서 죽으면 하사제대예요. 사실 그때 내 독 한 번 먹고 발만 뗐어봐. 생명의 은혜는 나라니까.
새끼 어디서 헛거다 부리고 있어요?
국군은 비키라 이거야. 그 양키 새끼들하고 확 한번 붙게.
군사 분계선에서
Although it was a humanistic exchange, they felt guilt and terror. I used sharp lighting against the dark background to hint at a possible sudden attack.
죄의식.
And of course, in a film about opposite sides temporarily reconciling, a sudden attack is inevitable. JSA was a trailblazer in many ways. It was a massive hit, and it shot Park Chan-Wook to stardom. Park's next triumph was sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. In this one, a lovable, green-haired deaf mute needs money for his sister's kidney transplant, so he kidnaps the boss's daughter. The plan goes awry. The little girl is killed, and her father is left devastated. Park Chan-Wook depicts a familiar world in fresh and always interesting ways. Such as in this, a traditional love scene between two attractive and adorable characters, except that it's conducted entirely in sign language. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance includes many of those elements that make Chan-Wook's films so memorable. In this, perhaps one of the most gruesome scenes ever, a little girl's autopsy is heard quite graphically, but seen only through her grief-stricken father's facial expressions. And après l'autopsie, le vengeance. First, he tortures Greenhair's girlfriend to death. Then he grimly sets to work on our anti-hero.
Revenge is meaningless. It brings no profit, no benefit. What has passed is impossible to change. Nevertheless, one still has a desire for revenge in one's heart.
너 착한 놈인 거 안다. 그러니까 나 죽이는 거 이해하지?
Revenge requires exhausting concentration and passion. One is obsessed by it. This, I thought, is something only found in humans, and is an interesting way to explain what we are about.
In 2004, Park made a worldwide splash and leapt into the pantheon of world-class directors. The jury at Cannes, led by Quentin Tarantino, awarded the Grand Prix to his magnificent Old Boy. It was Old Boy that ignited my interest in Korean cinema. And ladies and gentlemen, if there's been a better film made in this young century, it hasn't passed in front of these eyes. Stylish, confident, uncompromising. It's one of those movies that, once seen, it's almost impossible to forget. And I warn you now, it's not for the faint-hearted. Old Boy is about a middle-aged businessman who gets drunk one night and wakes up in a motel hell of a prison, not knowing why he's there or for how long he must remain.
He spent 15 years in that room and had no contact with anything. Of course, there were prison guards, but he never heard their voices or saw their faces. Whenever contact was necessary, he was put to sleep with gas.
가스가 나오면 잠이 온다. 나중에 알았지만 그건 러시아군이 체첸 인질범들을 소탕할 때 썼던 것과 같은 벨리엄 가스였다. 자고 나면 머리가 깎여 있다. 모양이 별로 마음에 들진 않는다. 그래도 옷도 갈아입혀주고 청소까지 해놓고 나갔다. 고마운 놈들이다.
Usually, the prison movies have an interchange between a prisoner and a living thing, like a mouse or an insect or a small bird. But this movie deliberately avoided this.
The only pets that Old Boy adopts are the ants of his mind.
현장에서 발견된 범인의 피는 오 씨와 같은 B형인 것으로 알려졌으며 살해 현장에 남겨진 컵에서 실종된 오 씨의 생생한 지문이 발견됨으로써 오 씨가 최근 부인을 방문한 사실이 확인되었다고 경찰 측 소식통은 전했습니다. 게다가 유일한 전화품이 가족 사진 앨범이라는 점도 그런 추측을 뒷받침하고 있습니다.
Modern Hollywood movies tend to subscribe to a policy of tell the audience what's going to happen, show it happening, then tell them what just happened. The challenging, elliptical Park, however, happily skips one or even two of these steps, forcing us to fill in the blanks.
The jump between scenes come from an omission. Sometimes the cause and its result are reversed. This is to encourage viewers to see movies in a more spontaneous way. When a thoughtful or detailed expression is absent, audiences tend to watch with detective minds. It is a difficult aspect to process, but if you can catch a viewer's interest in the first few minutes, one adapts to it easily and changes oneself to be spontaneous. This is a more desirable way to view films.
Finally released without explanation after 15 years, Old Boy has only one question. And as anyone who's seen the film can tell you, he's also a bit peckish.
살아있는 게 먹고 싶다고 했다.
이제 잘라도 될까요?
This complete isolation from any other living creature made him choose a live thing to eat. Oh Dae-soo could express his hostility against the enemy, who had imprisoned him by eating a live octopus.